There are some people that think we're going to have a memory wipe whenever we get to heaven. We won't remember anything about this life. Well, obviously, the Bible doesn't support that. I mean, why would we have a reward seat in heaven? 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 10. If we have no idea what we did on earth, why would Jesus be rewarding us and recognizing us? Or, as Paul says in 1 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 19, one of the great joys, his crowns of rejoicing, is in recognizing you at the coming of Jesus. We have a lot of passages on that. But also we say, well, are we going to forget anything? Well, there's one thing I want to leave with you that we do forget. Put it this way. Let me give you an illustration. Whenever I was little, and as you may know, my dad abandoned us when we were little. My mom took care of us 6 Zockel kids on her own. And she went through a lot of suffering and a lot of humiliation as my dad, would bring around his mistress and then flaunt and then wouldn't pay us any child support, just a lot of suffering and such. And so mom had endured a lot of pain, but we were very, very close. And I can recall one time as I was sitting there, I was probably about 12, and I said, Mom, you had 6 of us kids. Weren't some birthing pains, weren't they hurtful? What was that like? How much did it hurt? Or which child gave the most pain? And she's sitting there cooking, and then she looked down and she shook her head. She goes, I remember this very clearly. She says, I don't remember the pain. I said, you don't remember the pain? I kind of rolled my eyes, and she says, no, but that's not the point. I remember that you were born. I remember each one of you was born. Pain's nothing compared to that. And it was a wonderful memory. And I'm thinking about what we look in the scripture when we see Isaiah 65:17, and it tells you that the Lord's bringing a new heaven, a new earth, where we're going to live with him. And it says it's so great, the former things are not going to be brought to mind. Forgetting all of those hurts of the past and all of those other things, they'll be soon forgotten. Or when we look in Romans chapter 8 and verse 18, and it tells you very clearly that the sufferings now are nothing compared to the glory that we're going to enjoy in heaven. Or 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 17, and it tells you that even the worst that we have here is just a light affliction whenever we take a look at the glory that's going to be a reality when we're with the Lord. Revelation 21:3, walking with the Lord. Verse 4, no more pain, no more suffering. Verse 5, everything is new. Our walk with the Lord, face to face with the Lord. The bad things of this life will shrink away and soon be forgotten. It's an interesting thought.